It's 1988, and Cinnamon Brown has spent 3 years in a youth authority for killing her stepmother. But it's been 3 years too many, and Cinnamon, disheartened by all the lies she was told, was ready to tell the truth. Hello, I am the Grin, and joining me today is the lovely
Amari.
And welcome back to our podcast, a place where we do not shy away from the gruesome details, where some things may be triggering and hard to hear, so listener discretion is advised. Get yourself in the right space of mind, and let's talk about dark shit.
Yay, let's go.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to start off this episode by apologizing for our absence.
I feel like we apologize a lot
I know.
in the beginning.
No, but this was a long gap, I feel like.
It is. And I feel like it's mainly my fault because...
No, life happened, you guys. So we're back.
Yes, we're back. And also, I moved. So that's been a process. And that means where we record has changed. It's not set up at all. Like literally, we're in my closet, but luckily it's like a comfy big closet.
Yeah, so let us know what you think. I mean, personally right now it's like really comfy. It's like, I don't know, I like it.
I feel like I need to buy a whole bunch of like floor pillows. I can imagine myself falling asleep in here.
Yeah, honestly, it's like a room. It's like a room, honestly. I was telling Amari when I came in, and she was showing me around, I was like, I'm very envious of your walk-in. It's something I want.
Now I just need to figure out.
I don't know. I might just
set it up, soundproof or whatever.
Destroy a room to build a walk-in.
It's been done before.
Yeah.
I've seen YouTube.
Okay, you guys. And yes, so hopefully, fingers crossed, now we're going to be posting
a bit more regular?
Yeah, back to regular programming, you guys. Yeah. So thank you. And let's get started. Okay. Question mark? Exclamation point? Okay. It's 1985, and the Browns were just like any other family in Garden Grove, Orange County, California. The family consisted of 36-year-old David Brown, the family patriarch, who ran a lucrative computer data recovery business. He also had a 23-year-old wife, Linda, who together they had an infant daughter named Crystal. There was also 17-year-old Patty, who was Linda's younger sister. She had moved in with the family when she was 11. And finally, 14-year-old Cinnamon, who was David's daughter from a previous marriage.
Sorry, I just did that because now I think I know what your story you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get into it because, yeah.
Okay,
it's a crazy one.
Let's go.
So the family, to an outsider's eye, seemed normal and happy, but that was all an illusion. David was no longer in love with his wife, and in the course of 2 years has started plotting her murder with 14-year-old Cinnamon and 17-year-old Patty, who both had reasons, and I'm saying that with I'm saying that with quotations. I was going to say exclamation point. No, reasons, exclamation. No, wait. What? Okay. The Grin is currently sick, so he is trying his best to make sense of everything right now. No, in quotes, they both had reasons on why they wanted Linda dead.
So basically, so-called reasons.
Yes, so-called reasons.
What?
I was like, so wait, funny. What am I saying? Am I okay right now? Oh my gosh. Patty, who before moving in with her sister, had come from a violent and poverty-ridden home. She was raised by an alcoholic mother and was sexually abused by her brother. So, when she turned 11, she moved in with her sister and her picture-perfect family. However, shortly after moving in, David began sexually abusing Patty, but made her believe it was normal what was being done to her. Patty, who believed David and believed that he loved her, in turn fell in love with him and saw him as the man who had given her everything.
Dude, that makes my insides like feel so weird. Like I feel so gross inside.
When I read that part, I understand your feeling.
Like my eyes want to tear up because that asshole, he probably knew her situation and the reason why
Oh,
she's living with
he
him, and then he in turns
he
does that to her.
he 100% knew.
It's fucking disgusting. I swear this is
It's
why
really gross.
I don't hate all people, but I hate people.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
that's
I'm saving my opinions towards the end, and I might go off, but yes, I 100% agree
well,
with
this is
you.
my opinion right now. I
You
hate
go
him.
for
I hate him.
it. Cinnamon, on the other hand, had no real emotion towards Linda. She just saw her as somebody who was there. But she loved her father. She was Daddy's little girl. David saw this as an opportunity and planted a seed inside Cinnamon and Patty. David had begun fabricating a story for the girls. He claimed that Linda and her brother were plotting his death to take over his business, and they needed to kill Linda first. While this was going on, David was privately taking out several life insurance policies on his wife, including 2 policies that were purchased 2 months before her death.
You know, I don't know much about life insurance policies and how they work, but how is it that so many people, you know, who plan on killing their spouses, that they can go out and get all these policies, I guess life insurance, $1 million, $600,000 policies on their spouses without their spouses knowing? I feel like it's something that, oh, I'm going to take one out on you, for example.
Mhm.
You have to be there and co-sign or notarize or something just so you know about it, because sometimes the others don't know about it.
See, that's what I thought too, but I feel like that's something that's what's done now. This is taking place in the 80s, so I don't know. I don't know how it worked back then, if it was the same thing. Like, you had to have the other individual present
I don't know
to
how it
sign
works. It's
off on
just
it.
weird hearing these kind of stories where the spouse will take out like, oh, they had 3 different ones on the same spouse. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah. And going back with him pulling all the life insurance policies, major red flag. I mean,
No. Sorry.
what? He's a suspect? uh, according to court documents, the amount totaled to 842,793.
That's a weird number, but that's a lot.
That's a lot. In February 1985, Patty, gun in hand, has decided she will kill her sister in order to save the one she truly loved. And I again say that in quotes. Before going to Linda, David had explained to her how to muffle the gun with a pillow and how and where to shoot. But Patty couldn't do it. When she got close to her sister, she just couldn't pull that trigger, and went to David and explained that she wasn't up for it.
What was their age difference again? The sisters?
So Linda at the time was 23 and Patty was 17.
Oh, it's not even like they were that big of a difference. They still could be close enough to, you know, have a relationship.
Right?
That's weird.
But I mean,
Like
this man
6
is
years?
like a disgusting master manipulator and took advantage of this young girl. Now David turned to Cinnamon and told her, "If you love me, you will do this for me." And he said this in, like, this is what this actual sick individual told his daughter to do. David thought that Cinnamon would be ideal to kill Linda because of her age. He explained to her that she wouldn't go to jail, but would be given psychiatric treatment instead because of her age, so that Cinnamon will do it.
That is so sad. Like, that's your own father telling you this. Like, don't worry. If you kill somebody, you're not going to get in trouble. Or you're not going to get in big trouble, but at least I won't be dead. So do this for me.
And you have
Because you
to
love me.
exactly.
That's horrible.
It's disgusting.
I swear, some. There's a
So,
good percentage of people that should not be parents.
oh,
Good percentage.
100%. 100%. So on the night of March 9th, 1985, David had told the girls that, in quotes, it would have to be done tonight. Cinnamon was handed the gun and was told to use a pillow to muffle the sound. But David wants Cinnamon to shoot herself too, so it can look like a murder-suicide. At that point, Cinnamon had wanted no part in this. Cinnamon refused, and that's when David hands her pills, tells her to take some after she shoots Linda to make it look like a suicide, and that she would be considered, in quotes, crazy. Then makes her write a suicide note before going up to Linda. When everything is complete, David leaves the house so Cinnamon can kill Linda. David had gone to a local convenience store and made sure the clerk noticed him so that this way he would have an alibi. He would later tell cops that he had left the house because he was tired from the constant fights between his wife and daughter. That night, Patty held baby Crystal as she was crying while Cinnamon was standing over her sleeping stepmother and shot her once in the abdomen. Linda began to whimper, so Cinnamon shot her again, this one proving fatal. When homicide detectives arrived that night, Patty explained that she saw Cinnamon run out the house after she heard the shots. Detectives found Cinnamon in the backyard, lying in the doghouse, covered in her vomit and urine, clutching her suicide note that read, in quotes, "Dear God, please forgive me. I did not mean to hurt her," end quote. Cinnamon had just suffered from a prescription drug overdose, and she wasn't told this at the time, but if she had not vomited, she would have died, and David would have gotten away with everything. Detectives found a motive. There was friction between Linda and Cinnamon herself had confessed to everything. But to her surprise, she wasn't given the slap in the hand that her father had told her she would get. In 1986, Cinnamon was given 27 years to life, and the case was closed. But detectives that were in charge of this case were not convinced. They had their suspicions. They were suspicious that something more insidious was happening and something more sinister was behind Linda's murder. After Linda's death, David got enough life insurance money to buy himself a house in Anaheim Hills, as well as new cars. He was also able to secretly get married with Patty in 1986. Now that Linda was dead, a year later, they had a daughter. Meanwhile, Cinnamon was incarcerated and was heartbroken when her father didn't visit her often enough, and her parole considerations were denied because she kept claiming that she couldn't remember why she committed the murder, like her dad advised her to do. Then she learned about the life insurance money and the family that David and Patty started. Enraged, she started working with investigators to bring Patty and David to justice. So in 1988, Cinnamon began wearing a wire during visitations with her dad. David quickly incriminated himself when he acknowledged certain things in their conversation. For example, one of the things was her taking the pills and also how to muffle the sound with the pillow. And the advices, like tell them you can't remember the murder when she clearly could. And soon after that visit, cops immediately arrived to David's home and arrested David and Patty for the murder of Linda. So at his trial in 1990, both Cinnamon and Patty testified that David Brown was the mastermind behind Linda Brown's murder and was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And he eventually died in 2014.
Good.
Yes. I think there was that one part in the case where I wrote Cinnamon's father, and I was like,
Did you write down brown sugar?
no. I was
Well,
like,
cinnamon brown. The only thing I think of is like spices now.
right? When I was looking up articles for this case, I had to make sure to write cinnamon brown case because when I put down cinnamon brown, a bunch of like spices would appear.
See.
um, but yes, no. At one point, I think in the script I wrote her father, and I don't know. I just felt an ick. It
You
was
felt you felt an ick because you wrote down her father.
because it's not really like what kind of father does that? It's not a
It's
father.
true. Yeah,
It's not a father.
it's not, and I don't even know why he just couldn't divorce Linda.
That is what I ask myself every time I hear a
He could
case
just
where a spouse murders the other.
like, yeah, they just had a baby. They had a baby, but did he really want the baby? Like, he was probably. I'm thinking that his thought process was, if I divorce her, she's gonna take the baby,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna be able to be with my baby, who we named like Human or something.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah, no,
that
it's
was a bad joke. But but why? Like, did he really want the baby? Like, I don't understand that. Just divorce her. I don't. So stupid.
it's like
And wasn't he also? Didn't he start cheating on Patty too?
he
Like
did.
after they got married,
He did.
or even before they got married, he was cheating
No,
on her.
he was a sick individual, honestly, because he did cheat on her, and I mean, when he found out that Patty was going to testify against him and started telling the cops everything, he hired or I say hired in quotes, a hitman to kill Patty and two attorneys that were in charge of the case. And that individual he hired turned on him. An intern wore a wire as well, and he incriminated himself even more.
Good. I forgot what I was gonna say. He's such a so stupid. Like, just, I don't know. He's stupid. How old was Linda? No, not Linda. How old was Cinnamon when Linda got into her life? They were only together for, did you say 2 years? Or married 2 years?
No, no, no. I honestly don't remember at what point did Cinnamon move in with her father. I couldn't get that information. So I don't know how long they've spent together,
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon and Linda, but she always claimed that she always saw Linda as somebody who's there. Like, didn't really feel affection towards her, but didn't really feel any other type of emotion towards her. But what she definitely did feel is all the love for her father. Well, again, all her love for David.
I might be mixing up two different stories together, but she is younger than him, isn't he? Isn't she, Linda?
Linda is
Younger than.
younger than, because at the time of her murder, David was 36 and Linda was 23.
Okay, so like I said, I might be confusing stories. Did she used to be like a neighbor to him, or did she used to be an employee of his?
Mm-mm,
No?
no.
Okay. All right. Ignore me, like I said. I'm mixing up stories.
Honestly, there are a lot of cases where the spouse kills the other. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we can do like a whole basket of cases on that
Especially
specific
if they're
topic.
younger.
Yeah. Which this man is so disgusting going for, I mean, younger girls and just like, what's the word?
Grooming?
Grooms them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
Think,
was wondering how old she was when she first got with him.
oh, Linda?
Yes. Because I think you said they were married for 2 years. She died when she was 23. So when did they get together though?
No, it was way more than 2 years because Patty was 11 when she moved in with her sister and David. And when Linda died, Patty was 17.
Oh. Oh, so wait, that's 6 years right there, right? And then
Yeah.
you said Linda died at 23?
Hmm.
What? So she got with him when she was 17?
18, yeah, 17, 18.
See, it's disgusting.
It is pretty sick. Patty's case was heard in juvenile court, and she cooperated with cops. And it was taken into consideration that she was 17 when her sister's murder took place, and she was sentenced to a reformatory. Cinnamon Brown served 7 years of her sentence, earning a high school diploma and completing an Associates of Arts degree before being paroled in 1992.
Did she get help while she was in there? Meaning because like she was brainwashed basically by her father.
Well, she did state that the only reason she did everything was because of the devotion she had for her father. Like, she loved her father. And when she learned the truth, it broke her.
Well, can't you say that about all kids? They all love their father.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's your dad, but, well, not all kids,
hardcore.
Actually.
Well, okay, yeah, well, you know what I mean. But that's like...
In most cases, yes.
I feel like devotion is so hard, or such a strong word. Because, like, I don't know. When does it get in your head, like, killing somebody for my dad? That sounds like a bad thing.
Well, keep in mind the story that he fabricated for her. Linda's gonna kill me. So either you save me or I will die.
You're telling a kid to save you, and you're an adult.
This man is sick. Yes. This man is sick. So sick that actually the judge of this case stated that David Brown made Charles Manson look somewhat decent because Charles Manson never forced his own flesh and blood to kill for him.
That's true. Yeah. Charles Manson looked decent? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. And that was the case of David and Cinnamon Brown and the death of Linda Bailey, or Linda Brown. Brown, because she was married before she died.
Was her last name Bailey? Her maiden
Bailey.
Name? Linda Bailey.
Linda Bailey.
Linda. We're keeping it there.
Linda.
Yes.
But no, this individual was really sick. He groomed young girls to do his bidding. And, I mean, it's just like a master manipulator, honestly.
It's gross because it's almost like he groomed his daughter.
He did groom his daughter.
Because I remember when I first heard this case, it was almost sounding like he was grooming her as well. Cinnamon as well.
See, I thought that at one point I was going to read that he maybe had done something to her, but never did it state. Did she ever state to the cops, or did I find anything that stated?
I know. Yeah, when I heard about this, I didn't hear anything about that either. Yeah. But still, like, he's almost kind of using, I'm thinking, the same kind of tactics that he used on Patty on Cinnamon, except he had different intentions with Patty.
Yes, 100%. And Cinnamon actually caught David abusing Patty. And he made her swear never to tell anybody. That's
so sad. And then Patty, too, poor thing. Like, I feel bad for her, too, because he... what's it called?
I don't know. For me, how I see it's a bit difficult.
He groomed her, like, at such a young age. And then it's, oh, my God, what is it called when the person falls for their abuser? Oh, my God, I keep thinking of Munchausen. It's not Munchausen. Oh, my God. Isn't it something like that, though?
Stockholm Syndrome.
Okay. Yes. That's what it was.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Patty got Stockholm Syndrome.
Which is really disheartening because I don't know, like, it must have been how, like, the words that he used, because before she moved in with them, she was being abused by her brother. Unless, well, see, this is where I kind of like feel conflicted with Patty, because she helped commit the crime, but she was also a victim.
Yeah, she was. That's why I'm like, it's like brainwashing. Yeah, it's grooming, but it's brainwashing.
Yeah.
She was brainwashed for about 6 years.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
It is hard. So that's why I'm like, I don't know where to stand with Patty. But after reading, researching, watching information about this case, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about death penalty, but there are certain individuals that if it was given, like certain individuals definitely are high on the list who deserve it. David Brown is amongst one of those monsters.
And who knows, like, if he would never have gotten caught and he was already cheating on Patty after
He would have
Cinnamon went to,
continued.
yeah. And who knows if maybe he would get tired of Patty and do the same thing.
Yeah. And you know what this sick monster told his daughter too? During one of the visitations, he did tell her, "You can never tell a soul because I'm too old. I can't handle jail."
You fucking asshole. I can't. Your daughter's freaking little.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
That's how I'm like, I don't want to use the word father because this is not fatherly. But yeah. Sorry we ended on such a downer note, but that's how things go when we talk about horrific things.
Yes, just we end the episode feeling all like,
we're out here. We're right now. We're
like
just
your
sitting.
energy is just taken out.
It is, honestly, because you kind of like lose hope on certain things.
That
like
is so sad, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
honestly,
That's how it kind of, yeah, that's a great way to put words to how it feels sometimes.
yeah, because there are some sick individuals out there, people.
There
Also, it could be the echo, it could be my voice. I don't know. I feel like I'm sounding a bit raspy now. I'm getting sick, so literally everything is against us. But yes, that was the case of the Browns, the case of the murder of Linda. And I guess some people title this case, "If You'll Love Me, You'll Do It."
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick, honestly.
Well, you guys let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know if you're also conflicted about Patty.
Yes, I would be very, very interested actually to hear your thoughts on Patty, because I right now feel very conflicted. I've heard this case a while ago. I wanted to talk about it. I've kind of researched the ins and outs, but to this day I still feel conflicted about Patty. I don't know what to feel. So let me know. I'm very, very curious to know your thoughts on what you think or what your thoughts are on Patty. And please make sure to follow us on our socials. That way you get the latest updates on everything.
If we update.
Hey, again, life hit us, you guys. Okay, but now
really
we're
did.
back to regular programming.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. And let us know what you guys want to hear. Again, please. Fall is coming. Fall is approaching.
Yay.
And this is our favorite time of year. Well, it is for Amari and myself.
Yes, it really is.
I love the cold. I love the rain.
And I don't care what anybody says. I'm putting up my little Halloween decorations outside right now today.
That's fine. Go for it. Yeah. Honestly, I love just watching all the leaves fall and just everything dying.
Everything dying. It brings a joy to my heart.
It really does. I'm
just seeing things fall.
Just sitting there by the windowsill, just watching all the plants die. But yes, and with that, remember to be well
Be safe.
and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.